All right, we're here in Seattle. I'm here on a work trip, but I have a little bit of time on a Sunday morning. And I decided we wanted to go look at some cars alongside producer and camera guy. When you're in a new city, you want to check out what the local car culture is all about. And in this case, I love the Seattle car culture. You could just Google Cars and Coffee, name of the city. That's what we did. Googled Cars and Coffee Seattle and found the Lake Washington Cars and Coffee here on Sunday mornings. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by cars driving in. Cars and Coffee is a great way to just be outside, hang out, be around cars, meet really cool people, because the car community is always a really awesome place, and just see some cool cars. So that's what we're gonna do. We're here at the Lake Washington Cars and Coffee. Gotta kill a couple hours on a Sunday morning, and we're gonna look at some cool cars. All right, walking in, first thing you see, a really clean CLK 320. Really clean CLK 320. All weekend here in Seattle, I wanted to see an Alfa Romeo 164. And finally, at Cars and Coffee, an Alfa Romeo 164. By the way, shout out to Avants. A great car community and a lot of Avants license plate frames here in Seattle. And look at that center stack and the manual. I need an older Italian car in my life.
1930.
And the best part of Cars and Coffee is that there's really something for everybody. Here's a GT2 RS, here's a heavily modified WRX STI, and here's a Maserati Grand Coupe with, by the way, a stick. Sometimes the hardest part of coming to a Cars and Coffee is actually moving on from the entrance, where you see all the cars pulling in. We got to see what else came here earlier and what else there's at this Cars and Coffee. Our producer, Sean, is in love with this brown Javelin. I'm in love with that F355 Berlinetta right there. And there's something for everybody. Look at this. I haven't seen a nice looking Stereon in a minute. So cool. There's also an Audi 90 up here, which I haven't seen in forever. By the way, one thing you should know about Cars and Coffee. Sometimes there is coffee. Sometimes you have to bring your own coffee. Just be prepared. If you're going there for the coffee, double check first. There's an OG Saab 900 with the right wheels, turbo, it's gorgeous. 2 cars over, there's a Bonneville SSSI. Which do you think is cooler? I'm picking the Saab. So one other incredible thing about Cars and Coffee, that gentleman in the Saab, who also loves cameras, is here with his dad. You also see a bunch of kids. It's like an all ages event. Come with your family. Car people, often dog people, and they have great cars and they have really cute dogs. Basset Hound over there, there's a cute little pup behind our camera guy. There's dogs everywhere, and it's really an upside to Cars and Coffee too. Alfa Romeo 4C, incredible car. A Mark III Jetta, a new Charger, EV Charger, followed by a JDM fire truck. There's something for everybody. Everybody. Here's one other upside of coming to Cars and Coffee. You get to learn things. So this is a Lancia Fulvia. It's obviously beautiful. It also is front-wheel drive and has a V4, a very narrow V4 mounted at a 45-degree angle. You can know a bunch about cars, and there's still cars that you maybe aren't personally that knowledgeable about, and you can learn, and that's really, really special. Also, V4, how odd. And even when we don't have Kennan with us, we have a titanium silver E39, M5-ish. Ish. If you want a one-car solution, manual, 4 seats, and a Ferrari, the Mondial might be for you, and it would be a... I actually don't have any way to finish that sentence in a legitimate way.
This is a gated manual V8 Ferrari, classic Ferrari, with an actual rear seats. Like, okay, I don't have kids, but I have a dog. And like, I can still take one other person and an Enzo, my dog, named Enzo.
Right, he needs a Ferrari. And, I do agree with that.
Yeah, and it like has a front row, it classic rear trunk. If I was going to go down to one car, I think
it would be a Mondial. It would be a Mondial.
Yeah.
Okay, that you would be the coolest person I know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we would never see you because you would never make it there. I don't do sedan Volvos. Volvos wagons only, except for the last gen S60. That's the only exception.
Yeah,
Credit to it. I'll take the coupes. I'll take the coupes. I take everything back, everything I said. That is cool. Also, one thing to know about Cars and Coffee, especially if you're not familiar with that one specifically, people just keep showing up. That 458 Italia was not here when we drove by. There's an Escort Cosworth right there. There's just cars keep coming. And so you gotta stick around, you gotta see what else shows up. There's an E60 M5 with a stick right there. There's cool cars that keep coming in, not just at the beginning, all throughout the day. You gotta know, you gotta just check out the local one to see what yours is like, or when you're visiting, just stick around for a while. You get to meet really cool people. All right, so there you have it. A morning at Cars and Coffee, finally with some coffee. Saw a bunch of cars, talked to some really cool people, learned about Lancia Fulvias. Successful day. Remember, a couple of tips if you're going to Cars and Coffee. Go near the cars, check them out, try to learn about them. Don't touch people's cars, be respectful. Crucially, when you leave carefully, especially if you drove there. You don't need to show off. You don't need to show off your Nissan Altima rental car. Just go and be respectful. Keep in mind people live here, driving by, etc. And besides that, just have fun. It's a really low stakes, low commitment kind of activity where you get to see what's cool in the local car community, meet some cool people, and see some cool cars.